How to stop caring what people think. 1. The invisible pressure of opinions. Most people don't realize how much of their life is controlled by other people's opinions. From the way they dress, speak, choose careers, or even make simple decisions, there's always a hidden fear. What will people think? This silent pressure becomes a mental prison. It stops you from living freely and fully expressing yourself. The truth is, caring too much about opinions is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck in life. This video will help you understand how to break free from that mindset and regain control of your own life too. Why we care about people's opinions. Caring about others' opinions is natural. As social beings, we are wired to seek acceptance and avoid rejection. In ancient times, being rejected from the group meant survival risk. But in today's world, this instinct is often overactive. We start treating opinions as facts. We assume that if someone thinks badly of us, it must be true. This creates anxiety, overthinking, and self-doubt. But the reality is, most people are too focused on their own lives to constantly judge yours. 3. The trap of overthinking what others say. One of the biggest traps is overanalyzing everything people say or might think. You replay conversations in your head, worry about how you looked, and imagine worst-case scenarios. This mental habit drains your energy and confidence. The more you think about others' opinions, the less space you have for your own thoughts and goals. You start living in their imagined judgment instead of your real life. Breaking this pattern is the first step toward freedom. 4. The truth you need to accept. Here is a hard truth. No matter what you do, people will always have opinions. If you succeed, some will be jealous. If you fail, some will judge. If you stay silent, some will criticize. If you speak up, some will disagree. There is no version of life where everyone approves of you. So trying to please everyone is not just difficult, it is impossible. Accepting this truth is extremely powerful because it removes unrealistic expectations from your mind. 5. Why seeking approval makes you weak. When you constantly seek approval, you give control of your self-worth to others. Your confidence becomes dependent on external validation. This makes you unstable emotionally. One negative comment can ruin your entire mood. One small rejection can make you doubt yourself. Real confidence comes when your self-worth is internal, not external. When you stop needing approval, you become emotionally independent. 6. The turning point. Realizing most opinions don't matter. Not all opinions are equal. In fact, most opinions don't matter at all. Many people giving advice or judgment are not qualified, not informed, or not even living the life you want. So why give them authority over your decisions? The moment you realize that most opinions are just noise, you begin to filter what deserves your attention. This mental shift is life-changing because it reduces unnecessary emotional weight. 7. How to rebuild your self-worth internally. To stop caring what people think, you must build internal validation. This means measuring yourself by your own standards, not others' opinions. Start setting personal goals and tracking your own progress. Celebrate small improvements. Focus on becoming better than your past self, not better than others' expectations. When your self-worth comes from within, external judgment loses power over you. 8. The power of letting go of control. Trying to control how others see you is exhausting. You cannot manage every perception, assumption, or misunderstanding. The only thing you can control is your behavior and intentions. Once you accept that you cannot control opinions, you stop trying. This creates mental peace. You begin to act based on what is right for you, not what will impress others. This is where true freedom begins. 9. Practical habit to stop caring about opinions. One powerful habit is to pause before reacting to judgment. When you feel anxious about what someone might think, ask yourself, does this opinion change my life in any real way? Most of the time, the answer is no. This simple question breaks the emotional loop. Over time, You naturally stop giving importance to irrelevant opinions and focus only on what truly matters. 10. Building confidence through action. Confidence does not come from thinking differently. It comes from acting differently. Every time you do something despite fear of judgment, you strengthen your mental resilience. Speak your mind. Take action. Make decisions without seeking approval. At first, it feels uncomfortable, but gradually, you realize nothing bad happens. In fact, your confidence grows stronger with each experience. 11. The freedom of not caring. When you stop caring about unnecessary opinions, your life becomes lighter. You stop overthinking. You stop people-pleasing. You stop living in fear of judgment. You start expressing yourself freely and making decisions aligned with your goals. This is not arrogance, it is emotional independence. You still respect people, but you no longer depend on their approval to feel valuable. 12. Final mindset shift. Final lesson is simple but powerful. People's opinions are not your reality. Your reality is defined by your actions, your growth, and your goals. The moment you stop living for approval, you start living for purpose. And that is where real confidence begins. Not in being liked by everyone, but in being free from needing to be liked at all. 13. Conclusion. Stopping the need for approval is not about becoming careless. It is about becoming mentally strong. It is about choosing your path without fear of judgment. When you stop caring what people think, you finally start living for yourself. And that is the beginning of real freedom, real confidence, and real peace of mind.